How are you doing? Welcome to class. Okay, so we have exciting things we're doing today. Don't mind my hair. Please don't look at my hair. It's raining outside. So, we have things we're doing. We have all of the things we're doing. Now, do you remember, class, when I told you yesterday you're going to need a round object, something to stick it in? My moon is not quite perfect. However, that's perfectly okay because it's my moon, not your moon. So today we are doing moon phases. Moon phases, moon phases, moon phases. So when you click into Teams, you're going to see a big folder with 3 long pieces of paper. But that's okay because we're going to go over those 3 long pieces of paper right now. So the first thing you're going to see is this. This is very, very important, okay? So on this piece of paper, you need to have it printed. This is the only one you need to have printed. The other 2, you do not need to have printed. So these 2 don't need printed. This you need printed. If not printed, make sure that you do know how to kind of sketch that out for me, so that way there you can submit it to me. Okay? Because this isn't like your typical everyday assignment. I say that because this paper needs to look like this paper. Okay? So what this paper is, and what it's saying is we have some things we gotta learn. I had you watch a YouTuber yesterday who wrapped moon phases for us. Some of you were absolutely mortified by this, and I was okay with it. So let's go ahead and look over the activity sheet. So the activity sheet with Mr. Galileo, because do you remember when I told you that Galileo invented some things and I would give you 5 points if you knew what he invented? Well, at this point you should know that Galileo invented the telescope and the rainbow prism. Hello. He did all kinds of things that are really cool. So I'm going to read over this really quick. It says Galileo's observant activity sheet 2. In 1610, oh Lord, that's a long time ago, Galileo first began to use a telescope. He observed the moon, other planets with their moons, and the stars of the Milky Way. Although self-educated scientist, means he's self-educated, he was self-taught. He didn't go to like a formal school yet. Okay? Galileo was also a trained artist. So he was trained to be an artist, which means what? That he went to school to be an artist? Yes. So they trained him to be, he was trained to be an artist. He created detailed notebooks of what he saw. I would love to see those notebooks. Could you imagine what they look like? Like, oh my goodness. Those would be gorgeous. Today, you're going to recreate Galileo's observations. So that's what this is. You're just going to see what he saw, or what we think he would have saw, because we don't know how good his eyeballs were, but apparently they were pretty awesome. To be able to say that this side stays dark and this side stays light, because this doesn't do this. This doesn't do this. If this did this, that would be pretty awesome. Right. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know you can. Okay. Number 1. Put 1 copy of activity sheet in the center of team table, blah, blah, blah. Place your moon model. This is the moon model. Here it is in the center of the sun. Okay. Okay. Hold on. What are we asking here? So sticks in the middle of sun and then observe. Do we move this or do we? Aha. Okay, all right, I see what to do. Okay, so what you need to have written down on this piece of paper is, if you are looking through, when you go to look through, come here camera, this is gonna look really horrible. I'm so sorry, I'm not the best YouTuber on the planet because I'm not one, I'm a teacher. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna take my little camera down. Come here, little dude. Oh, top of my head. Okay, so if you are looking at, not the wires, please, sir, the wires. Okay, cool. All right, if you're looking at number 1, which means you have your moon here, and the white part's facing this way, from 1, you need to be looking through your telescope from 1 to 5. So from 5 to 1, and then you're going to see the black side of the moon. And then when you move it to 2, you move to 6, and you look, and you just make sure it stays perfect like that. Because then you're going to start seeing the side of the moon, and then 3 to 7, then you're going to see a half moon, and then from 4 to 6, and then from 5 to 1, and so on and so forth. We're upside down. We're upside down. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that's how you have to do that. So what I want you to do right now on this page is, if you see the number 1, I want you next to the moon, let me show you. Next to this moon, I want you to write 5. Next to this moon, I want you to write 1, 2 to 6, 6 to 2, 4 to 8, 8 to 4, 3 to 7, and 7 to 3. Does that make sense? If not, I have an example. Okay. 5 to 1, 1 to 5, 4 to 8, 4 to 8, 3 to 7, 7 to 3. That's how it should look. And it's the only thing I'm going to give you, because then you have to take crayons or colored pencils and fill in this little strip right here, okay? Because this over here is our sun, this is our earth, and our moon. So this is the sunlight beaming in, and that's why we can see those faces of the moon. So when we're looking at those faces of the moon, you have to remember, in order for us to see it, it has to be reflected from the sun. You're only looking at a reflection of the moon. You're never actually honestly looking at the moon. But we already know that, right? So that is for this step, and it continues to tell you how we should be doing it. So I'm going to put these 2 pieces away. Okay, and then it's going to give us essay 3. I know it says essay, but the essay is already written for you, so don't have a panic attack. You're not writing an essay unless you misbehave, and then you write essays. Essay. Okay. Here's our essay. This is what it looks like. This is, like I said, this one and the instructions you don't need to print. The only thing that you need to print is this activity sheet, okay? If you can't find yourself printing this activity sheet for some reason, I will try your best to have it drawn out for me and then take your photo of it, okay? So that's what we're doing today for that. And then you have, tomorrow we're doing our test training, and I have promised some of you that I will help you with that. So I will give each one of you tomorrow online your individualized one-on-one. I'm giving all of you, let's see, I'm giving you all about 7 minutes each, just me and you, sending everybody away, just pulling one at a time out. So for you kids online, I'm giving you guys one-on-one. That's even if you are watching this and you're quarantined and you want a one-on-one session with me, just call me through Teams. It will be okay, I promise. So today's assignment's super duper easy, super duper cool. So you get to see what someone's seen way back in 1610. You're still staring at the same moon he stared at. How amazing is that? I think that is pretty cool. So in like 200 years from now, as long as the moon's still up there and we haven't destroyed it, someone will be looking at the moon, same as you. So remember the story Good Night Moon? Yes, we all remember Good Night Moon. All right, my kiddos, I don't have anything else for you for the moment, aside from test training tomorrow and our moon phases today. So I hope we have a fun time. And for the rest of you who are in my book club, we will be listening to our book on Thursday. All right, kiddos, have a great day. I will see you hopefully soon.